1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody. Hello, Auntie Lucy. Welcome to the internet. I don't need those. There's no music part of the quiz tonight, so I don't need to listen to the music. Say hello, everybody. Tell me where you are. Shout out in the chat. Tell us where you are. We're going to have a big teams quiz. Schedule starters in 6 minutes. So we'll just say hello and chat until that time. I won't give you any quiz information other than it's going to be fun. Janet's here from Cannon Mills. C Mills represent C Squad. Woo! By the way, do you like my coconut? It's quite good. Hello, Sasaki from New York. New York! New York! City that never sleeps. Walk, don't walk. Manhattan. Yay, John Sheffield Mills, that's great. Cannon Mills, New York, Cannon Mills. I don't know if you know Scotland, Sasa. And if you know Scotland, I don't know if you know Edinburgh. And if you know Edinburgh, I don't know if you know Cannon Mills. But it's the small part of Edinburgh where I myself am based. Westerosi Ninja! Players from TX. No, I'm not American, but I think that means Texas. Is that right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Well, I know who the team captains are, but I'm looking forward to telling you. Elaine and Claire in Spain and Germany. Hello, Aileen. Am I saying Aileen or Eileen? I think when it's AI, I would tend to say Aileen. Yeah, Texas. TX. I've not been many places, but I have been to Texas. Been to Edinburgh once, says Sasuke, when I was 17. Gotta go back eventually. What are you now? 17 and a half? Look at the Americans talking to each other. Hey, yo, what's up? Yo, word. All that kind of stuff. Americans are great, aren't they? They're just so exuberant. Very positive, tend to be. It's not like that here in Scotland. Hello, Thumish. Back again. I read. Got a few people turning up. We're going to start the quiz in 3 minutes. We'll start talking about the quiz anyway. Quiz starts at 9. Should be finished by 10. And that's UK time. I see there's people in different places. So you just have to... 20 years? Bloody hell. Well, it's exactly the same. Nothing's changed. In the last 20 years in Edinburgh, there's been no new innovation, no building, nothing interesting, and it's exactly the same as it was. Nothing has changed. Except they shut down the hospital and moved it out of town, so it's much harder to get to the hospital now. Alright, Duncan. That's doubles for Doe Duncan. Am I remembering right? Are you up in Oban? Is that right? We've got Americans in. So Oban actually feels quite local all of a sudden. Letitia's here. Yeah! I sent you your badge, Letitia. I don't know if you got it already. JPS! Leith style. I'm having a coffee. This is the first time tonight that I've done 2 online quizzes in one night. I did one a little while ago on Facebook, and it was a total disaster at the start. Oh, you actually know each other, Westerosi, Ninja, and Sasuke. It's not just that you're Americans. I thought it was. I thought you were just being. Hey, what's up, USA? You got a badge. Brilliant. Excellent. Yeah. I'll do that again tonight. I'll send a badge to the best player. This time I've actually got badges quite close to the camera instead of away on a thing. So I'll try and I'll show you that and see if you can see it. Can you see that? It says quiz winner. Oh yeah. Yeah, Facebook. I think Facebook was fine tonight, but the problem was at our end. We had a short circuit and it tripped out the power at 1 minute to 7. Well, you might expect that, badge Westerosi Ninja, but you have to earn it. You have to be voted by your peers as the most valuable player on your team. It is rapidly approaching 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I'm going to show you the teams. In the meantime, let's see you. Hello, Patrick Conway. Evening all. In the meantime, let's see you. I want to see a picture of your team. Okay? I'll look at them later, but hashtag DP quiz, if you do that on any of the main social media things, then that'll be good. Haven't quite got around to it yet, but I'm trying to round up these pictures and then I can use them in the slideshow. The slideshows that I put on are quite old pictures, or, you know, before the lockdown anyway. So I want to get some internet pictures of you in your environment, you know, how you're doing the quiz. Obviously, if that involves heavy nudity, then I guess it does. Evening all. And Anna Paola is here. Hello, how you doing? So we've got people in Edinburgh, Germany, Spain and USA. It's good. And Oban. And thank you. That's my Auntie Lucy. That's why she's called Auntie Lulu 2020, because she's actually my auntie. There, a horse. Is that Stuart? Like the actual horse. Stuart the horse. Patrick's in Motherwell. Alright. Steelman in the game. Great stuff. Right, it is after 9 o'clock. Let's get started. Let's do the quiz. Now, who was here on Tuesday night? If you were here on Tuesday night, you were part of an epic battle. Aye, the actual horse. And the gaffer too. Alright. Nice one. Aye, give us some social media juice. Give me some love. Give me some hashtag DP quiz out on those platforms. Like the video, please. If you like it. I mean, I know it's early. You might hate it by the time you get to the end. In fact, like it now before you end up hating it. That'd be great. Thanks very much. And if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Right. Hello, Joe. I was just saying, Joe, that the earlier... This is the first time I've done 2 quizzes in one night, and the earlier one was a wee bit disastrous because of the power failure at 1 minute to 7. It took me 12 minutes to get back online because my computer is made out of mechanical parts. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, no, there's no cheating. There's Auntie Lucy's saying she's not getting any cheating off me yet. Look, even my own wife doesn't get answers for the quiz. You know, I've been 100% secure since day one of being a quiz guy. I know. I keep it to myself. Right, okay. So, let's find out what the teams are tonight. Here we are. Carole Baskin's back. If you were here on Tuesday, you were party to a very, very close battle. Carole Baskin was the champion by 1 point over the oily lord Ainsley Harriott, who now lies defeated and possibly dead. So Carole Baskin is back, and tonight she's playing against Marty Pello of Scotland and Mr. Blobby of England. So who will you back? Go for Team Blobby. Do you Americans know what Mr. Blobby is? Team Marty, right. Where's Team Joe Exotic? Maybe coming in future times. But right now, Carole Baskin's in charge. Alright. Team Marty, Team Blobby, Team Blobby. Blobby! I can't believe folk are going for Blobby. That's a disgrace. I didn't think anyone was going to identify with Team Blobby. So Marty Pello, if you don't know who Marty Pello is, and I met somebody recently who didn't know who Marty Pello was. Marty Pello was the singer out of the Scottish 80s pop band Wet Wet Wet. Marty Pello has a smile that could light up a power cut in New York City in the 70s. Marty Pello's got talent. Marty Pello's got a big future. And Marty Pello's got a checkered past. And for all those reasons, he is Scotland's greatest entertainer. And he's a very good singer. These captains are all total losers. What are you talking about? Auntie Lulu, like, you're a musical theatre person, I know that. And if you'd seen Marty Pello doing Billy Flynn in Chicago, like I saw him at the Kings in Glasgow, I think you'd be backing Marty. He was brilliant. He was absolutely sensational. Sasa from New York City says that you have seen clips of Mr. Blobby. Yeah, he's just basically like a Noel Edmonds creation. Noel Edmonds is like a pervert that we have in the UK, and he created this perverted thing called Mr. Blobby, which was sort of feeding all Noel Edmonds perversions into an avatar in the 90s, which was this large pink and pink creature covered in yellow spots. Skag. Let's not talk about it. And for some reason, the UK became quite fond of Mr. Blobby in the 1990s, and then kind of woke up a little while later. It was a bad time. Tony Blair running things, Mr. Blobby on TV, Gladiators coming to an end, all sorts of bad stuff going on. So you know these people, right? It's good that everyone's identifying. I think we've got a reasonable split. I think we've got more Martys and more Blobbies tonight. Less Baskins, but we'll see. Yes, Stephen, he was. Cat G. We're in. You loathsome wench. I don't understand that. Right, everybody. You ready? We're going to play the quiz. So I'll explain how it works. First of all, house rules. No Tories, no racists. No littering, please. That's the antisocial. And the rules are you comment with your team name when you're answering a quiz question. I'm going to ask you quiz questions. You comment with your team name and the answer to the question. So if you think the answer to a question is hermaphrodite and you're in Team Marty, you go Marty hermaphrodite. You don't just type hermaphrodite. If you do, then you don't get points. If you manage to type your team name and your answer, then you get 2 points for your team. If you are the first to get the answer. And who decides who's first? I decide who's first because everybody's feed comes up a different way. That's the thing. Make sure at the top of your chat it says live chat. That works a lot better than what the alternative is, which I think is top chat. So live chat. You want it to say live chat, then it's most likely to get it in the right order. But even saying that, it will probably put some things in different order. So whatever comes up on my screen first. And remember, Marty Pello's no longer a junkie. Okay. But whoever comes up on my screen first will get the points. All right, and I'm the judicial. I'm the Judge Dredd. I'm the law. You know what I'm saying? So you ready? Let's get into it. Come on, let's. Okay, go. There's a call to action, and round one is called Easy Peasy round. It's not super easy, but it was stuff that people will get fairly fast. So it's kind of a warm up, right? 2 points for every correct answer you get. 2 points for your team. So you shout out the name of your team and the answer to the question. Everybody ready? Everyone's on a team. And, yeah. Oh, one more thing. Just before we start, I'll just show you the scoreboard. There's the scoreboard. Marty Pello's got 2 because he's been here before. If you're here before, you get a voucher. Marty has been here before, so he gets 2 points. Carole Baskin's the reigning champion. She gets 2 points. Mr. Blobby is brand new, so he gets no points, all right, to start off with. But that's the scoreboard. Here come the questions for the first round. Round one. Easy. John Sanderson, you might have to say one more time where we put the answers in the chat, right? Oh, you're taking the piss because I've said it about 10 times, right? Okay. Right, engines with faces. Question number 1. In the Thomas the Tank Engine Railway books by the Reverend W.A. Audrey, what colour is Percy? What is the main colour of Percy? The engines in this story have faces and souls, but they're red is wrong. Red. Green for Team Blobby. Missing Persons Club is back. All right. and gets first blood tonight with green as the right answer. I meant to line up some pictures, but I never quite got around to it. So 2 points for Team Blobby. That is Missing Persons Club has got the first right answer of the night. Remember to keep an eye on who is the best player. Whoever's the best player tonight, we'll vote for MVP at the end of the quiz, and whoever wins that will get a nice prize. Okay? Yeah, Percy's green. Faces, souls, but they're locked to tracks, and they need a fireman to start them. But they can sometimes make their own decisions. A weird world of Thomas the Tank Engine. Question number 2 is about London. Which famous London concert venue is used annually for graduations by Imperial College London and the Royal College of Art? Yeah, the reaction time's better on YouTube, Stephen. It's just slicker. Facebook's alright because you can share it out. People share each other. Barbican is not right. Albert Hall is correct for Team Blobby or Westerosi Ninja from Texas. This is slick. Got a right answer all the way from Texas before anybody from Edinburgh got it. Yeah, it's the Royal Albert Hall, or just the Albert Hall is fine. So that's 2 points for Team Blobby, and Mr. Blobby's off to a great start. I hate Mr. Blobby. Yeah, good answer. Right, okay, number 3, heavy metal. Which metal has the highest atomic number of any stable element and comes from a natural mineral form called galena? What is that? I've got my eyes on the chat. First correct answer with the team name will get the points. Westerosi Ninja, Team Blobby, lead. Straight away. Absolutely brilliant. That is fantastic. That's 2 in a row for Westerosi Ninja. Lead is the right answer. People saying, quite a few people saying lead, a couple of people saying uranium. But Team Blobby, crushing this at the moment. Let's move on. 5 questions in the first round. We will look at the scores at the end of the 5 questions. Right, stadium question number 4. What was the name? This is American as well. You probably get this before someone else. What was the name of the stadium in San Francisco that was the home of the city's baseball and American football franchises for several decades, and it was also the scene of the last Beatles concert? Remember to comment your team name and the answer. And Westerosi Ninja has got 3 in a row. For Team Blobby, Candlestick Park is correct, and there's a couple of people just behind you. Aileen was just behind you for Team Marty, and Gregor for Team Baskin was just behind you. But Westerosi Ninja, you were first. Candlestick Park is correct. Good answer. Well, I've done quite a few big teams quizzes now, and I'm not sure if I've ever seen anyone getting 3 in a row. So that's good going for the Ninja. There's one more question in the round. Oops, I better remember to put the scores in there, in the scoreboard. And then last question is this one. It's about India. Which bird is the national bird of India? Comment your team name and the answer. National bird of India. What is it? See, it's a little bit more difficult, this one, I think. Somebody will know it. Hummingbird. No. Thanks, Sasa. Pelican is not right. Kingfisher is not correct. Canary is not right. Tit is not right. Hummingbird, heron, crane, falcon, stork, ibis. Stargaze has got it for Team Blobby. It's a peacock. Yay! Stargaze for Team Blobby, and that is an absolute crushing situation for the big pink freak. It's a peacock. Became India's national bird in 1963, I think, without looking it up. But Gordon Bennett, that was crazy. Right, let's have a look at the scores. That was like Mr. Blobby entering a room. You know, you just can't take your eyes off him. He destroys everything. That's before the round. I've put the scores in. Now I refresh and look. 10 points straight off the bat. Team Blobby. Setting fire to the remains of the other team. It's almost over before it begins. Yeah, peahen. Peafowl is the name of the bird, but, you know, often referred to as a peacock. Any of those answers would have been okay. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Right, come on, Team Marty. Come on, Team Baskin. Oh, blimey. Here we go. Pavlov says, can you please go back and check the Percy one for Team Marty? Oh, it's Shona. Hello. I need to put this in a big stick somewhere. It comes up in different orders for different people, right? And we have to go on my feed because I'm the person running it. If someone's got a better way of doing this, let me know. But I will just go back up and check. Yeah, Missing Persons Club got green. I was watching. Yeah, I'm watching the feed pretty close. And we've only got 50 people in tonight, so, you know, it's not absolutely mental. So, there you go, Shona. And Westerosi Ninja says, you're always first in your own stream. That is true. I won't always check people's things. I'll check one or two. But try not to be that person. Okay, right. I'll take the scoreboard off. We'll move on to the second round. Perhaps having your feed on the screen, please. Well, yeah, I guess that's possible. It might make things a little crowded. And then you're trying to watch two different things at once. It's a good idea, though. Thumish. Right, let's move on. So, oh yeah, quick bonus. 1 point bonus. What did the previous 5 questions and answers all have in common? What's the connection? There was a connection between those 5 answers. Very good. Lauren Thompson. Oh no, it wasn't Lauren, it was Paul Thompson, but you're both on Team Martin. Cluedo is the right answer. Paul Thompson is first. So green, Albert Hall, lead, candlestick, peacock. It's all Cluedo related. So you got Reverend Green, the vicar character, the Royal Albert Hall. Hall is one of the rooms in Cluedo. Lead piping, candlestick is one of the weapons, or two of the weapons, and Mrs. Peacock is one of the characters. So well done to Paul Thompson and Lauren Thompson. They were both, well, Paul was first, but they were both right in there. And that's a welcome point for Team Marty Pello, who have stashed their use, got off the couch, stopped being a junkie. Okay, right, round 2 is Guess Who. So I'm going to give you a series of clues and I'm going to reveal a face. First person to guess who it is gets the points for the team. There are 3 points for this one, okay? So whoever gets it first, remember to comment your team name and your answer. And Auntie Lulu's saying, how come people answered that before you asked it? If it's the bonus, they might have predicted I was going to ask it because I did that the other night. Or there might be a lag where you're getting things slightly behind some other people. The system is not perfect, all right? So, but YouTube's a lot better than Facebook, put it that way. Okay, guess who? So here's 5 squares off, and I'll tell you this person is a male entertainer born in 1979. Any guesses for who it is? And then I'll do a bit more. Joe Exotic, no. Chris Martin, no. Kanye West, no. David Hay, Robbie Williams, no and no. Right, okay. This person comes from Philadelphia. There's a few more squares. Kevin Hart. Thumish! for Team Blobby! It is. It's Kevin Hart. It's the comedian and actor Kevin Hart. And I'm just checking my feed, my stream of your comments. And Kevin Hart is the right answer. Yep, Team Blobby. There you are. Thumish. And there's Kevin Hart. So 3 points for Team Blobby. And Team Blobby is daying it. You know what I mean? Blobby, Blobby, Blobby! That's round 2. I'll show you the scores. This is before the round. And then this is following that round. So, there's the bonus point for Marty Pello as well. So Carole Baskin, who was dominant the other night, is off to a very, very, very slow start tonight. Marty has woken up, but Team Blobby are winning this at the moment. And we move on. Who's going to be the winner tonight? Get rid of the scores. There we go. So that's Kevin Hart. He's a film star and a comedian. He's apparently worth $200 million, according to Wikipedia. Secret Life of Pets, Captain Underpants, Central Intelligence, Wedding Ringer, Death at a Funeral, Little Fockers. Okay. Let's move on. Round 3 is puzzles. One at a time. These are also worth 3 points. All right, 3 points to whoever can get one of these. So the first one is an anagram, and it's a person. Unscramble that anagram. Hamlet relish. Hamlet as in to be or not to be, and relish as in hamburger. Right, that's stopped you. That's stopped the comments coming in. You don't know who this is. Do I need to give you some clues? Aha, look. Lauren Thompson, Heather Mills. That's the right answer. I was just about to start doing some clues, but there is no need. Born in 1968, English model. It's Heather Mills. That's right. And although she's a model in her own right, she's probably best known for being married to Paul McCartney for a while and just having the one leg instead of the usual 2. So 3 points for Team Marty. And that's a good one to get. Well done, Lauren. And I'm just going back, I'm double checking all these. Lauren Thompson, yeah, got 3 points for Heather Mills. Right, okay. The next one in the puzzle round is a rebus. What is this song? So a rebus is a puzzle made out of pictures. This is a song. Which song is it supposed to be? It's a number 1 hit song from the 90s. Back for good. Says Muzz for Team Marty. That's the right answer. 95, number 1 boy band. Back for good. Take that, of course. Muzz is on the case for Team Marty, and Team Marty has sprung into life. The silver grinning cavalier of Clydebank himself starting to say, I'm not having this. I'm not having this pink monster with herpes all over it. I'm not having this. I'm going to do this for Scotland. That's what Marty's saying. yeah, Stephen. Yeah, I typed 4 fingers into Google search today, and that's what came up. Amazing. Right. Cryptid. I don't have a cryptid one. That's a placeholder. I should have got rid of that. But conundrum. Right. Countdown conundrum. What's the only English language 9-letter word that you can get out of these letters? It's another anagram, but it's just a word. Oh, that's a good story, Muzz. Mr. Blobby fell out of a helicopter at Stranraer Castle show. Discovery is right. Gregor Cameron for Team Baskin. Westerosi Ninja was in there first but got the wrong word. You said divorced, but that's not divorced. It's Discovery. Discovery is the word. And Gregor Cameron gets some points for Team Carole Baskin, which is what was needed. Nice one. Well done, Gregor. Gregor Cameron. So, I see some of you are having buffering trouble. What tends to happen is that tends to go away. So stick with it. It'll be okay. Right, scores. That was before the round. It was a big old blob fest, but old Blobby got nothing in that round, and the other teams did. So it's starting to look a bit more equal. Marty Pello's on the comeback, as he spent most of his career doing. 9 points. Carole Baskin has woken up. And Mr. Blobby is on 13 points. I'm just going to read that comment again. Muzz said, Mr. Blobby fell out of a helicopter at Stranraer. Oh, not Castle. Cattle show. That's even better. Did anyone die? How high was the helicopter? What happened? Nah, this is not Pornhub, Martin. This is a family quiz, more or less. You know. Okay, I'll get rid of the scores and we'll go on to the next round. Well done to everybody who's not on Team Blobby for making a game of it, because I'm a wee bit worried. 10 feet off the ground. Oh man. Children scattered. That's great. That's the best thing I've heard today. What year? What kind of year is this? The Stranraer Cattle Show. How are we going to make the cattle show good this year, Jim? I don't know. Davey, maybe get Mr. Blobby. Get him to land in a helicopter. Good idea, Jim. We'll do that. Right. Rapid fire 5. Okay. Here we go. This is your chance to get 5 points for your team by giving me 5 answers in 1 comment. Pay attention. Don't put single answers down. I will ignore them. I want you to come up with 5 answers to the question I'm about to ask you in 1 comment. So remember, put your team name in the comment and then 5 answers to this question. First person who can do that successfully will get 5 points for their team. This is quite big. Alright, so you're ready. Here we go. Rapid fire. 5 answers in 1 comment. And I'm looking for songs that have a real person in the title. For example, Betty Davis Eyes. You can't use that. That's my example. Got to use something else. So Betty Davis is a real person. Was a real person. Betty Davis Eyes is a great song by Kim Carnes. And it's a song we've heard of. Try and be mainstream, by the way. Don't make me look stuff up. So I want you to think of don't use the example, and you've got to be 5 different people as well. You can't just have 5 songs about Jesus. So Moira's come in there with Moves Like Jagger. So you've done exactly what I've told you not to do. You've put 1 answer in a comment. I want 5 answers in 1 single comment. First person who does that will get the points for their team. So, I mean, that's alright. Don't worry, Moira. That's cool. But what you've done is you've given an answer away, potentially to the other team. So Ellie's done the same sort of thing. I'm looking for 5 answers in 1 comment. Right, we've got an answer here. Lauren says, Lady Godiva, Lady Marmalade. Is Lady Marmalade a real person? Goodbye Norma Jean, Moves Like Jagger, and Rasputin. Right. Lady Marmalade? Is that a real person? I'm going to come back to that. I'm quickly nipping over to Wikipedia. And I'm looking up Lady Marmalade. Be my Lady Marmalade. Da, 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 da. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? It doesn't. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for Lady Marmalade. It's not saying anything about a real person. The song was written by Bob Crewe and Kenny Nolan and was inspired by Crewe's experiences in New Orleans and the sex workers in the area. Yeah. So inspired by sex workers. I don't think that's like a real person. I'm going to say no to that one, Lauren. Right, what was the next comment? The next one was Westerosian Ninja. It said Alex Chilton, The Queen is Dead, Buddy Holly, Bo Diddley, Dear Yoko. Now what is this Alex Chilton? What's that? See, he's all no kind of weird stuff, eh? Alex Chilton brackets song by The Replacements. Oh, the song is an homage to Alex Chilton, lead singer of the Box Tops. Alright, okay. I'll give you that one. What did you say in the rest of your chat? There. Westerosi Ninja. The Queen is Dead. Yeah, that's good. That's the Smiths. Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly. I can think of a couple of songs to do with Buddy Holly. There's that one by Weezer, that's it. Yeah. That's a good song. I was listening to that the other day. I didn't know it was just called Buddy Holly. Bo Diddley. Hey, Bo Diddley. And Dear Yoko. Now, what? I'm guessing that's by John Lennon. Sounds pretty tedious. Dear Yoko. Song by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Christ. That sounds really boring, but it's a right answer, so that's the thing. That's what it's all about. So the Westerosi Ninja for Team Blobby got Alex Chilton by The Replacements, The Queen is Dead by the Smiths, Buddy Holly by Weezer, Bo Diddley by I Don't Know, but I know the song, and Dear Yoko. So that's the winner. Well done, Westerosi Ninja, who gets 5 points for Team Blobby. That took a little bit of picking apart, but we got there in the end. Well done. Excellent. Loads of great answers coming in underneath. I get a chance to read them now. Moves like Jagger. A lot of people said that one. Well, because it was kind of shouted out. Robert De Niro's Calling. Robert De Niro's Waiting, I think. There's a guy who works down the chip shop, swears he's Elvis. That's a great song. Weezer's... Alright, and here's your explanations down here. Weezer is Buddy Holly. Yoko wasn't real though, right? Yeah, well. Okay, cool. Right, well done. Better show you the scores. That was good. That was pretty fast. There's the scores before the round. Here is the refresh. And Team Blobby are now 9 points ahead of Marty. And that's what we're doing right now. But anything can happen. The big points are going to come in the last round. That's the thing. Carole Baskin was just massive the other night. Tuesday night. Everyone was basking in the glory. Tonight, she's not really got any pulling power. It's like she's a one-trick pony. A one-hit wonder. A one-time smash. It looks like it's a flash in the pan for old Baskin. Let's get on to the next round. We've got 2 rounds to go. Which is... round 5 is a picture round. Okay, so I've got a picture round for you here. You ready for this? You all ready for this? Yeah, you can change teams if you want. I don't know why you would, but you can... I mean, I'm not the FBI or the Stasi. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go back through and go, oh, you were playing for more than one team. You play for who you want to play for. You know, go with your soul. All right. Picture round. Here we go. Which artist made this sculpture? It's 10 meters high. It's a pregnant woman. naked on one side and stripped off her skin on the other side. Who is the artist? Christine Borland is not correct. Gormley is not correct. Damien Hirst is correct. Zoe Russell for Team Marty. Yes. You know what they say in Clydebank, don't you? No Marty, no party. Nice work, Zoe. It's Damien Hirst. Okay, this is a quick round. Picture round. Pretty quick round here. Which US national park is this character named after? I just about showed you the answers. Maybe I did, I'm not sure. But somebody will know it straight away anyway. Yosemite, Westerosi Ninja. For Team Blobby! 2 points. For the Blob. Okay. There's the answer, which I kind of showed you. Who is this supposed to be a drawing of? Kids' artwork of who? Who is that supposed to be? Kids' drawing. Picture number 3. And Jogs is Gregor. Gregor's got it for Team Carole Baskin. Tony Blair is the right answer. That's your second answer tonight, Gregor. Nice work. 2 points for Team Carole Baskin. Is it Baskin? See, I say this stuff out loud so that I know what it is, and then I completely forget a few seconds later. Oh, hang on. Gregor, sorry. JPS is just above you. And I didn't notice it first because it's shorter, much shorter name. And it's indented. So it's actually JPS who got that first. Tony Blair. And that's for Team Marty. So just snatching the points there for Team Marty. Well done, JPS. Sneaky. It's supposed to be Tony Blair. You can tell because you can see the hatred in its eyes for humanity. Who is this a statue of? That's question number 4. Picture round. John H is threatening court if anyone jumps ship and goes to a different team. A homeless dude, no. Anne Frank, no. Rosa Parks, no. Eleanor Rigby is correct. JPS, 2 in a row. It's Eleanor Rigby. Wah! Look at all the lonely peoples. JPS again for Team Marty. That's great. That's superb. Oh, this is what we want. We want it close at the end. You know, we want it nice and close. It was great the other night. Ainsley Harriott versus Carole Baskin. It was super close. Well done, JPS. Oh, look at all the lonely... Nah. On a roll. Like black pudding. There's the wee sign. Eleanor Rigby. It's in Liverpool, as you probably guessed. So... what is next? I think I got one. Yeah, I got one more question in this round. Then we'll see what's happening when it scores. Thank you, Sasa, for mentioning that. Make sure your live chat is on. Make sure there's a little red dot. Good stuff. Thanks for the tip. And thanks for asking for the likes, John H. Aye, can everyone like it? I've got 50 viewers and 10 likes. That doesn't add up. Come on, give me a like. Right, number 5. Alright, this is good. Complete the name of this insect. The something bug. What bug is that? The something bug. It's quite a dangerous sounding word. Wow, that's impressive, Westerosi Ninja. You got that right. Assassin bug. That's amazing. I didn't think anybody would get that for a few minutes. Assassin bug is correct. Blimey. Well done. Good answer. Team Blobby, and saving Team Blobby in that round. Well, actually, they kind of brought it back, Team Blobby. The mad bastard bug. Nah. That's slightly smaller. The death bug. Oh, that's a good name. The bloody bug. I don't know where the red dot is. I don't think it doesn't always render the same on different devices. All these different websites, they don't always look the same on different devices. It can depend whether you're using like an iPad or a PC or a phone or an iPhone, all sorts. It can be different things on different devices. Right, that was really well done. Right, let's have a look at the scores. Assassin bug, that was... Did you know that? Because that's very fast. Here are the scores before the round. 9-point gap. After the round, there is a 7-point gap. So Marty's pulled it back. Baskin's away. You know what I mean? No idea where you like this either. That could be a problem. You think they would make this stuff easy. How do you like a video if you're in the chat? You can do it at the end. Discovers also has 9 letters, says Ellie, but Discovery doesn't. It was Discovery. The answer was Discovery with a Y on the end. You had to unscramble the letters that were on the screen. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, everybody. It's getting pretty close. And it's time. Oops. It's time to get on to the last round. So, it's 20 minutes to 9. We're going to get finished on time tonight, which is nice. I'm Dr. Paul. I do quizzes for a living, or I did do quizzes for a living until my living was shut down when the pubs shut a couple of weeks ago. You know all about that. So I'm doing this for donations. If anybody thinks this is worth £1 or £2, then I'd be delighted with that. I'd be delighted to receive £1 or £2. That's the link. I'll put it on again at the end. Thanks to everybody who has donated. Really appreciate it. Just about keeping me going, sort of. You know, but yeah, you understand it. You got the conundrum thing right. Okay, it's time for a thrilling climax, if you know what I mean. It's time for the last round, which is double points, big boom bang. So, look, try to get more American, you know, kind of more hype. So super ultra double points. That's pretty hypey, yeah? So it's pretty simple. 4 points for an answer in this round, and there are double the points, double the amounts of questions. Nah, no music round in this quiz. I had a music round earlier on tonight on the other quiz. Nah, no music round this time, but there'll be one next time. Okay. So where are we? You all ready? You all ready for this? This round will decide whether Carole Baskin can come back, which is a possibility, whether Marty can just pull through and do it for Scotland, or whether Mr. Blobby, bastard of the 90s, is going to win this. Let's have a look. Here we go. Right. 4 points for right answer. Eurovision. For which country did Conchita Wurst win the 2014 Eurovision? That was Rise Like a Phoenix. Spain is not right. Germany is not right. Austria is correct. Team Carole Baskin. Duncan Moody gets 4 points. That's right. Austria. Good answer. There's 4 points for Team Carole Baskin. You see, it's never over until you murder your husband. Going to try and get these ones fairly quickly. Publishing. Which UK comic was launched in 1977 and has introduced characters such as Slane, Rogue Trooper, and Judge Dredd? Which comic did they all come from? "200 AD, I know what you mean. 2000 AD is right. I'm going to take that. I know that's a typo. So Duncan gets that right. And for the once again, we've got a 2 in a row. Duncan's got 2 answers in a row, and that's for Team Carole Baskin. And what seemed impossible moments ago now seems like it could happen. 2000 AD is the right answer. Eagle's a good guess, but that was a different comic. A little bit earlier, a little bit older. Okay. Men's tennis. Who was the only Australian tennis player to win the men's singles at Wimbledon during the 1980s? So men's singles tennis in the 80s, it was won once by an Australian player, and Duncan Moody has gone and got 3 in a row. Carole Baskin, Cash. He's gone for the surname only, which is okay in most quizzing situations. And you've said Cash, and that's 4 points because Pat Cash is the right answer. Good one. So Duncan Moody, known as Doubles for Doe Duncan from his darts playing days, has just landed 3 in a row. That's the equivalent of scoring 180, but in big teams quizzing. Tim Edmund. Nah. A, Tim Edmund's not Australian. B, he's never won a single thing in his life. Okay, India. What is the sacred language of Buddhism and Hinduism? It is now little spoken, but it still has official status in India. What is the name of that language? What is it called? So the sacred language of Buddhism and Hinduism, Sanskrit, is the right answer. And Aileen Robertson has got it for Team Marty Pello. And I'm just double checking. Yeah, Aileen Robertson for Team Marty, Sanskrit is the right answer. I didn't expect this to be 3-way close, but it might end up being 3-way close. Sanskrit is correct. Connection. What name is shared by the Iron Maiden mascot and the dog out of Frasier? Bit of pulp. That's pulp culture, no, pop culture connections. So the mascot for Iron Maiden is like a sort of zombie thing. And the dog out of Frasier. And we have an answer from Gregor Cameron for Team Carole Baskin. Eddie is the right answer. They're both called Eddie. Excellent. I guess when you got 50 people watching, someone's going to know. That's the thing. But it's still good that someone knows that quite quickly. Iron Maiden's pretty popular. John couldn't remember it, says he should be beaten with sticks for forgetting Eddie. If anyone has got a stick and knows where John is, that's what he needs. Right? That's what he's asking for. He's asking to be beaten. Comics. Which series of books were created by the Belgian artist, cartoonist known as Peo? Their most famous work anyway. Cartoonists do more than one thing, but what is the best known series of books created by Peo? Tintin is not correct. Asterix is not correct. Lucky Luke is not correct. Lots of people going for Tintin and Asterix. Smurfs! Zoe Russell for Team Marty. That's right, it's the Smurfs. La 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 la. Zoe has just scored 4 points for Team Marty. La 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 la. We are the Smurfs. La 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 la. Smoify Smurfs. You know, I was saying earlier about Thomas the Tank Engine being weird, but Smurfs is a different level, you know. Was it 25,000 guys, one girl? Not cool. Okay. Novels. By the way, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a fact that Mr. Blobby hasn't scored any points in this round so far. Novels. In the 1892 Sherlock Holmes story, The Adventure of the Speckled Band, what is the Speckled Band? What is the Speckled Band out of the Sherlock Holmes story, The Speckled Band? What is that? What is that? Snake! Says Moira P, who was shouting out earlier. Now she's got a proper answer. That's superb. It's a snake. Snake! Moira P for Team Marty. This is happening. This is real. The thing I like about this last round is I lose track. I don't really know in my mind where the scores are now. I get a feeling they're pretty close. Some people don't know who Eddie is. Depends which one you mean. The Eddie for Iron Maiden is like the mascot. He's like, looks like a zombie, no skin, stuff like that. He's on their album covers. Anyway, you can look it up. Here's another question. Album covers. You'll need to be quick here. On the cover of the Abbey Road album, which member of the Beatles is wearing a white suit? Who's got the white suit on the Abbey Road album cover? Which Beatle? Letitia's straight in with Paul, but that's not correct. Zoe Russell follows up immediately with Lennon, and that is the right answer. It's John Lennon has got the white suit. And that's for Team Marty. They were both on Team Marty, the first people to answer. So 4 points goes to Marty Pello. And it's looking like a situation, if you know what I mean. As Charlie Nicholas would say, it's a situation. Can't believe Blobby's flopped so badly after starting off so well. Like a disappointing encounter. The 1980s. We've got a few questions left. Which British singer was a chart topper in 1983 and then made a special guest appearance on a 1986 episode of The A-Team? Who's that? Boy George, Gregor Cameron, Team Carole Baskin. Yes! Very good. Lauren Thompson was there for Team Marty, but just behind Gregor Cameron, who got it right for Team Carole Baskin. Boy George is correct. Baskin! Baskin! Is anyone going to do a remix of We Call It Acid by D-Mob? But Baskin! If you can get around to doing that, that'd be great. Now I want to watch the A-Team. Yeah, Boy George obviously was in Culture Club. Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Karma Chameleon, all that. Chart topper in 83, and then he played a British pop star in an episode of the A-Team, and the A-Team had to look after him. I've never seen the episode. This question is about the unlimited stupidity of the British public. So they did a survey. They did one of these stupid surveys, and they said, who would your ideal drinking buddy be? And by that they mean a celebrity. They don't mean your actual friend who you go drinking with. So who came top on that poll? They asked people, who would your ideal drinking buddy be? And the British people can be pretty stupid. So who did they say was their person they wanted to go drinking with? So you're saying Trump, Blobby, no. Michael Jackson, no. George Best, Henry VIII, the Queen, Danny Dyer, or Joe Farage, Mandela, Churchill, Gaza, Boris Johnson, no. Jesus, no. The Queen, it's an alive person. It's a person who's alive. Boris and McPartlin, that's probably a bit closer, sort of. George Best, Gaza, Oliver Reed, Boris Johnson, JK, the Pope, Elvis, Joe Stalin. This poll was in 2018, by the way. Prince William, no. Fred West, Prince Charles, Bojo, Prince Charles, Hitler, Boris Johnson, Keith Chegwin, whoa, but no. Liam Gallagher, Dame Edna, Katie Price, Boris Johnson, Farage, no. Obama, no. It's a British person. Willoughby, Morgan, Dyer, Lama, McCartney, Blobby, Harry, no. Oh, hang on. Duncan Moody is saying Harry, and I'm thinking you must be thinking Prince Harry. And that is the right answer. Someone else has got it anyway, so I'll put it up. Prince Harry. Yeah, I think Duncan can only mean, if you just say Harry, you must be talking about Prince Harry. So I'm okay with that. I'm not like a database or artificial intelligence, and I use a little bit of leeway, a little bit of common sense. So there we go. Yeah, people, you know, do you want to go drinking? Who would you go drinking with? Prince Harry. Honestly, people, sort yourself out. And that was for Carole Baskin. Now there is one more question. I'm not going to reveal the score just now, right? Because I don't know what it is. And I want this last question to matter. It might not matter. So instead of refreshing the scores, could have meant Harry Potter. Well, he's not a real person. So he said, I thought that might have been the answer, but he's such a twat. So I didn't believe it. Yeah, he is. Well, he's a royal. I mean, I don't... got no time for royalty. You know what I mean? I just think it's fundamentally wrong. Everyone's got their own view on that, so I better take the scoreboard off. No, I haven't put the scoreboard on. You're okay. Right, there's one mega question left, a 5-point mega question. Here we go. London. Which major London tourist attraction is now situated on Marylebone Road, and it bears the married name of its founder, a woman who was born as Mary Grossholtz in 1761 in Strasbourg? Which London tourist attraction is that? London Eye? No. Madame Tussauds for Stargaze for Team Blobby. That is the right answer. That is Madame Tussauds. So Mary Grossholtz, she came from Strasbourg, moved to London, got married. I don't know if it was in that order, but she became Madame Tussauds. She started the waxwork. So 4 points for Blobby. That was their only points in the round. But you know what? It might have just made the difference. I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look. So well done to Stargaze for nabbing that one at the end. And let's get the scores up on the screen. And that was before the round. Now, what happened in that round was that Marty Pello got 16, Baskin got 24, Blobby got 4. I refreshed the scores, and it means this. And Blobby's gone from first to last. A big jokey blubbery bollocks. Carole Baskin, who dominated this quiz just 2 nights ago, was virtually asleep until the last round, and then she woke up and nearly did it. But Team Marty is back in charge. Marty Pello are the champions. Yes, love is all around. That's right. It's time to vote for your MVP, folks. Who is the most valuable player on your team? Marty managed to successfully hold back the river. Oh, Blobby, Blobby, Blobby! Very angry. Yeah, look, Blobby had that in the bag. There was no reason to lose that. But in the last round, you got one answer. Carole Baskin got 6 answers in the last round, and Team Marty got 4 in the last round, which was just enough. Right, MVP votes are coming in. JPS, Lauren's saying JPS. Yeah, I think he got a couple in a row. Is it arrogant to vote for myself for Team Blobby? Yes, it is arrogant. Westerosi Ninja. We don't vote for ourselves. This is, you know, we're Scottish, but we are British. You know, subset. Paul Thompson's voting for Lauren. Auntie Lucy's complaining about the feed. Westerosi Ninja is getting voted for by Team Blobby. Ellie's wondering who Eddie is. Eddie is a dog, and he's also a zombie. It's another vote for JPS on Team Marty. And there's a third vote for JPS, so that's it. That does it. 3 votes does it, I think. So JPS is the MVP, and I've got a fantastic prize for you, JPS. First of all, JPS, tell us you're still here, and then I'll show you a prize that you've won. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Thank you for suggesting that people like the video, Patrick. I was just going to do that myself. So yeah, if you liked the video, if you liked the quiz, like the video, please. If you take the time, if you manage to share the video, then I'm eternally grateful. And I am doing this for tips. It's completely free to do the quiz. But if you thought it was worth a wee tip, £2, £1, something like that, then I'd be delighted to get a tip off you. But don't feel pressured. It's completely free to do the quiz, you know what I mean? Particularly if I get numbers up, you know what I mean? So if you can help me get the numbers up by telling people about this, then that would be brilliant as well. That's the PayPal link right there, if anybody wants to slip me a sov. Is JPS still here? Yes, he is. Right, JPS, or he or she, I don't know. What's your real name, JPS? I've got a prize for you. The prize is a product that I've made and I'm starting to sell. It is Rude Scottish, hang on, swearing fridge magnets. You see that brand there? Bawjaws. That's the brand, alright? And it's foul fridge poetry. Can you see that? So there's all your favourite Scottish words that are upsetting to certain sensibilities. And it's fridge magnets. Alright? Do you have a Twitter account? I tweeted the link but couldn't at you. Yeah, I've got Twitter. I never really understood Twitter until about a year ago. And now I really don't understand it. It's just at DP Quiz. That's all it is. I was going to find a link for you. Oh, I could just open it up in a browser tab and then drop the link in there. That's what I could do for Twitter. Thank you for doing the quiz. You are so beautiful. You are beautiful people and I love you very much. So, profile, that's where I want to click here. And that will give me the link to Twitter. Right, also, now, these quizzes have been just for fun. I'm doing a quiz tomorrow night, which is where you can win actual money. That's Twitter. Do you remember the king-size Quizlas? Duncan Kelso from the newsroom round about 9 years ago. Yeah, absolutely. I remember all your names and your faces. I actually do remember the team name. Because it's a cracking, high quality team name. King-size Quizlas. John H is saying it's all my fault we lost. No, it's not. John, how is it your fault? So JPS, you want that? It's Jim. Right, that's good. If you send me a message somehow, work it out, get to me on, I don't know if you can send messages on YouTube, but you'll work it out. You've like my Twitter's in the description, Facebook, you'll be able to get to me somehow and tell me your address And if it's... I hope you're not in America, but if you're in Britain, I'll send you it. If you're in America, you can nominate somebody for me to send it to here, because it gets quite expensive. Well, you know, if this gets a little... If this becomes something that actually pays, then I can start doing prizes all around the world. But I need you all to tell people about this, okay? You want a DVD of the other Boleyn girl and you remember that? You'll work it out. Aye, thanks JPS. This is a good thing. People who come on here are pretty smart, so I can do things like work it out, send me a message. I don't have to spell it out. Thank you, Duncan. Moody, that is, saying great quiz again. I see Duncan Kelso's also making comments. Supreme Champions, won all the time. Like I say, I remember the name. I've probably got photographs. Still got photographs from all that time. I think my favourite thing about tonight's quiz was finding out that Mr. Blobby fell out of a helicopter from about 10 feet off the ground at the Stranraer Cattle Show. Did you tell me when... Did you tell me, Muzz, what year that was? I want to know. I'm really hoping that if I go to YouTube after this, there might be some footage of Mr. Blobby falling out of a helicopter. With a grinning Noel Edmonds lurking in the darkness of the rear of the helicopter, no doubt. I think Eddie should be Team Eddie next time. It depends which Eddie you mean. Do you mean Eddie the dog out of Frasier, or do you mean Eddie out of Iron Maiden? About 1995, that sounds right. That sounds about the height of Blobbydom. Blobbydom! I mean, Mr. Blobby's funny, right? There's no two ways about that. Makes you laugh. But it always leaves you feeling really dirty. Like, you know, someone's dreams have just been dirtied, sullied by what Mr. Blobby does. It doesn't feel clean, you know what I mean? Great win for Team Marty. Team Marty's back in the saddle. That means he'll be back at the next Big Teams quiz. That's an even better story. Noel Edmonds took his helicopter to the Wigtown Cattle Show in the early 80s and didn't kill anyone. Thanks for the quiz next week, Dodgeball. You don't have to wait until next week. I'll be here on Tuesday doing Big Teams quiz, but I'll also be doing Big Teams quiz late on Sunday. I might make it men against women. I'm doing Quizando tomorrow night. That's where I think I started to talk about that and then forgot to finish it off. But you can actually win money on Quizando. I'm doing one tomorrow night. I'm going to see how it goes. That's the link. I've just posted it. Go and get an account, and you can play. That's 9 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm doing that. But they got quizzes all the time. Fantastic. Noel Edmonds, the helicopter killer, the electric tears, years. That's how I think of Mr. Edmonds. Right, remember those scores, kids. That'll go down in history. Marty Pello. He'll be winner stays on. He'll be here next Tuesday. It was a good quiz. Nice and tight at the end. That was perfect. It was good. It's a good three-way one as well tonight. So who won? Well, it was Marty Pello, Begbie. That's who won. Thank you. There's the link. If anyone wants to slip me £1, please like it. If you can work out how to do it. I know it's not easy working out how these things work, but if you find the like button, give it a bash. Share it out if you can do that. I will shut up about this eventually, but see, at the moment, I really need some help getting this off the ground because I don't have pubs anymore. I've only got the internet, so any help from you, any kind of shares are massively... Thanks, Sasa. When's the next Wii Teams quiz? I'll tell you when it is, Patrick. It's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I thought I was going to have wee things up there, but I forgot to do them. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Facebook. The first quiz I did online was a Friday night on Facebook one, and it was pretty good. There was lots of people taking part. The quiz itself was a complete mess. It was a mix of the big teams and the wee teams format, and I knew straight away I had to separate them because it just confused people. So that's the link for Facebook. I'll be there tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I did one tonight. Tonight was the first time I'd ever done a quiz at 7 and a quiz at 9 online, which is what I do in the real world. In the real world, I'll go into a pub at 7, then Quiztancing, do another pub at 9. And this, the commuting's a lot easier online, you know what I mean? I mean, in a lot of ways, I enjoy this online thing in some ways better than the pub. I'm really looking forward to the pubs opening again. But there's a lot less hassle on the online version. A lot less drunks, you know what I mean? Or you actually might all be steaming, but I don't have to deal with you. I worked right up until they closed the pubs, and it was getting pretty stressful because I needed money, and I knew the pubs were going to shut, but I knew the virus was doing its thing. So it was a bad situation, but I was kind of relieved when they finally shut down the pubs, although at the same time as being relieved, it was, that's it. That's all your income gone. So JPS, give me a message. So I'll send you that, the Bawjaws, the Phil Fridge poetry, and I'll send you a badge as well. Quiz winner. This is one for the record books. Look at that. Quiz winner. Fantastic. I'll stick it in the post. Is anyone actually enjoying the lockdown? Is anyone actually, like, thriving off it? Because you don't have to go to work. Or you don't have to travel. I would imagine it's quite good if you can work at home, right? If you can still work. And you've got the kind of home setup where that's pleasant. I mean, online pub quiz is better because the drinks are cheaper. And I only spilled my beer twice and only got into 2 fist fights here at home. Brilliant, John. Yeah, the fights are better at the pub, aren't they? That's when it gets good. Bored shitless? What do you do normally, Ollie? Are you able to work at home? Do you have to share your home space with people who make things difficult? Or have you got a place to yourself, or what? I've had to completely reinvent myself. Letitia's got a toddler. Man, that's difficult. You're a lorry driver. So is that stopped? Are you still able to, are you still having to do that? Are you still able to do that? Like, I've not been out of Edinburgh since all this happened, so I don't know what it's like out on the big roads. Here in Edinburgh city centre, it's nice, you know. It's very quiet. I live, at the moment, I'm staying right on the edge of the new town in Edinburgh, and the streets in the new town are very, very wide. So you can go out there and have a nice walk, and you can keep socially distant quite easily. Whereas if you go down the cycle path, it's full of people, you know what I mean? Or the park. So it's actually less busy in the places where it would normally be a lot more busy. Like Princes Street, Edinburgh City Centre, if you go up there, I might go up there tonight. Because I've not been out today because it was a busy day. But I was going for a wee walk after this. Or maybe a cycle. And Princes Street's just amazing. Because it's so wide. Normally it's... so you've been furloughed, don't deliver essential goods. So it's always the same stuff, because I always thought truck drivers would have, like, be like gun for hire, you know, just go there, pick up this, pick up, you know, pallets full of sausage rolls one day, and then the next day, I don't know, barbed wire. But are you always delivering the same sort of thing? Homeschooling is harder, says Lauren. Yeah, you respect the teachers, but at the same time, they're set up. They've got a setup that enables them to run a class. You know, that's why it's one of the reasons why. I mean, it's two different things. Homeschooling is not the same as school. I don't think they should worry too much. Like, my daughter's 10, and I don't think they should worry too much about trying to teach them stuff during all this. They should completely focus on, are they happy? Are they getting outside? They're getting vitamin D. And I'm trying to encourage my daughter to learn things like how to cook, or how to do the dishes, or, you know, just draw something. I think it's a bit of a charade to try to keep the official education going, particularly for that age. You know, you don't really need to keep being academic. It's a very strange time. As it goes without saying, everybody knows that. What's the strangest thing you've seen in the lockdown? Tell me that. Tell me something really weird that you've seen. I mean, for me, it's got to be the empty streets of Edinburgh. It's just very weird. It's quite addictive. Go out at night, or even in the afternoon, see how empty it is. Sass is saying that homeschooling has different distractions than regular school. Everyone should appreciate teachers more, though. Teaching middle school in the age of smartphones is hard. What's middle school? Is that age 10, roughly? Yeah, nice work, Muzz. Taught your son wrestling. How old's your son? Letitia says, I taught my toddler how to water the garden while I drink wine. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. I think that's all it takes. So Ollie says we deliver roof trusses and timber panels to building sites, so we're chuffed. Yeah, because all that's stopped. Paul Thompson saying Donald Trump talking absolute bollocks every night. That's the strangest thing you've seen. That's pretty normal. 3? It gets the better of you. If you don't know Muzz is quite a tall fella. There's no way any 3-year-old could take him out. So are you a teacher, Sasa? Is that what you do? And do you allow smartphones in the class? Is that allowed? Like, I know you're in the USA. Maybe everything's allowed there because it's the land of the free. You can do what you want. You've got to have rules. Furloughed. That's one of the weirdest things I've seen, actually, is everybody suddenly using the word furloughed. No one had ever heard of that word until 2 weeks ago. Now everybody's furloughed. Former teacher, right. My school didn't allow me to take their phones and the kids would freak out if I tried. Yeah, it must be, that must be difficult. I mean, it is distraction heavy, isn't it? It's just too much. David says, bumped into a guy wearing a shite dinosaur outfit, raising spirits. I was not impressed. And my 2-year-old was petrified. Oh, that's great. Whereabout was that, David? And was he just out? I mean, was he just hoping to bump into people who needed cheered up? Guy sounds like a prick. Genius parents would text their kids during class. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Paul reports seeing people in Kirkcaldy wearing ski masks and not robbing shops. Renfrew. So really, was there? I mean, what time of day was this dinosaur out and about? And was it in Renfrew town centre? Did you speak to him? Or did you just move away? quickly from the madman. A dinosaur. See, me running quizzes is comparatively civilised, isn't it? It's like you can tune in or you don't tune in, it's up to you. You don't have to come and do the quiz. But starting about a town centre, wearing a dinosaur outfit, that's quite aggressive. Maybe it was done with good intentions, but you should definitely shop him to the police. Phone the police. Because this is the new style, isn't it? We're going to inform on everybody. If you see anybody going outside more than once a day, you got to shop them. About 5 o'clock, we stay near Braehead now. The order a runner. Oh, man. So yeah, it's pretty boring being locked down at home, Ollie, but at least you're not having to deal with a dinosaur. A guy dressed up as a dinosaur. Was he a big guy? Was the costume any good? Or was it like a crappy thing that you'd get out of a sort of online costume thing? Was it good quality? Was it one of those proper ones that you see? Big Tyrannosaurus Rexes? I saw a viral video the other day and it was a guy dressed as a dinosaur in Spain, I think. Quite a good costume. Saw the same outfit on the front page of the Dundee Telegraph today. Not sure if it was the same prick. Yeah, that'll be the same guy. I don't think Scotland's got more than one guy who's going to dress up as a dinosaur. This guy must have done Renfrew. Then thought, nah, I need a bigger audience. Gonna go to Dundee. Dinosaur race, yeah, that should be an Olympic event. Yeah, it's time to make the Olympics more interesting. I mean, you know how the Olympics has been postponed this year and like absolutely nobody cares. No one gives a shit about the Olympics anymore. It's because it's rubbish. It's boring. It's people who are really, 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 really good at very, very, very specific things. And that's it. The best idea I saw for the Olympics was a Bill Murray tweet or something. And he said, every Olympic event should have a regular person taking part for comparison. And it's right. Because like you see all the guys running at 100 metres, and they run it in 10 seconds. And of course, unless you're actually there, you see it on TV. Your TV's that big, and they run from there to there in 10 seconds. It's not that, it's not that impressive. But what you want to see is a regular guy, a normal guy, slightly overweight, in his 40s, from Scotland, running as fast as he can in lane 9. And then you'd be impressed at how fast the sprinters can go. Because Usain Bolt finishes first, and the other guy finishes way behind, and you're like, who's that guy? He's rubbish. But that guy's run twice as fast as any normal person can run. Same with javelin. I don't know if any of you have ever thrown a javelin. I threw a javelin once, or one session. And I'd seen it on TV. It's easy. It's just like a dart, yeah? Whoosh. Easy. Turns out it's really difficult. Yeah, it's a knockout. It's a knockout. It was way better than the Olympics. Better music. Better Frenchness. Better costumes. Stuart Hall. Not so much. But bloody good entertainment. Je suis frontière. I hate the Olympics. I saw a fat dinosaur, says John H., in a platinum blonde wig, giving a press conference on TV. Yes, oh, it was Trump. Oh man, that was funnier when I thought you were being serious. 6 pints in the javelin is easier like the darts. You know what was easy, turned out to be easy, was axe throwing. people around the corner from us, there was a scout hut, and they had axe throwing, little tiny sign, this Sunday axe throwing. So me and my friend Simon went along, had a wee shot at the throwing axes, and turned out it's pretty easy. Like, I'm quite good at darts, so whoosh, like that. It's just the same action as darts. Keep your arm straight. Once you get the weight of it, like that, it spins round twice in the air and thump straight into the log. A bit of a log there. It's great. Just did it at once, so I didn't go back. I had my fun. There was knives as well. You could throw knives. Got them a stick in every single time. It was good. I was the best. I think Duncan Moody's gone now. That's doubles for Doe Duncan. He was a winner at the darts back at McCool's back in the day, back in Glasgow. Talking about 20 years ago. 19, 20 years ago. They were good nights. Dart nights at McCool. Absolutely superb. Was that in Glasgow? Says Paul Thompson. You're talking about McCool's? Yeah. If you're talking about the axe throwing, that's in Edinburgh. I'm based in Edinburgh. Vikings threw axes into castle doors so they could climb up them, according to a Kirk Douglas film. Yeah. The axes. No, the axes. I live in Edinburgh. I've been in Edinburgh for about 10 years now. I lived in Glasgow for 17 years. Went away to Greece for a couple of years, and when I came back to Scotland, we came to Edinburgh. So I've been here ever since. And I quite like Edinburgh now. It used to annoy me. But I've got into the groove of it. It's okay. It's alright. End up quite liking it. It's a beautiful city. Even after 10 years, you still go, oof, this is a good looking place, you know. I absolutely loved Glasgow, living in Glasgow, because it just had better energy. It's funnier. It's a funnier city. One thing Glaswegian people get wrong is that they say Edinburgh's not very friendly, and that's not true. Edinburgh's very friendly. I think it's just as friendly as Glasgow. Glasgow's more immediate, but Edinburgh's just as friendly, just as nice. Aye, McCool's was the glory days. The glory days will return. One day, when I've made a stack, I'm going to reopen McCool's as McCool's, not as some vegan joint. And we're going to get all the same crap back. We're going to get the darts back, going to get the quiz back, going to toss the meat off, all that stuff. Richie drinking the profits. Well, nah, I don't think so. I think it was badly organised, obviously, you know, but it wasn't criminal and it wasn't nasty. It came to an end very suddenly one night. I did the quiz on the Sunday night. Richie was doing the counting, looking at the till, looking slightly confused. A couple of days later, that's it. McCool's is shut, gone out of business. Ah well. But he's got a terrific second career doing events in Glasgow. He's now working at Science Centre at the moment. I mean, there was always a bit after I was drinking. That's for sure. You know. To make it more like a pub quiz, can there be a meat raffle? See, this is a funny thing. Meat raffles at quizzes. Like, I've run quizzes for over 20 years. And the only meat that's been involved in my quizzes is, well, you know, occasional prize, but it seems to be like a standard feature of certain pub quizzes. I think more countryside-based pub quizzes, you have a meat raffle. I played a quizmaster once in a sitcom, Art Imitating Life, and the script called for me to give away a platter of meat, because that's what they thought a pub quiz was. So I think it must happen at lots of pub quizzes, but not mine. But it's a good idea. You know, if I can get a meat sponsor, that'd be good. And I can get the sponsor to send you a meat platter. Seriously, I do need sponsors, so if anybody who's still watching, there's a few of you left, knows anybody who wants to promote their business through the quiz, get them to get in touch with me. They don't cost them much. All it's going to cost them is a prize. You know, if they can somehow organise a prize, and then if I get a winner of some sort of the quiz, I can put them in touch, sort it out. Square sausage, 3 foot square, a 3 foot square sausage. Phone Roy Castle immediately. Phone Norris McWhirter. 3 foot square sausage. Meat raffle is nothing more than a meeting. Yes. Meat raffle is the norm here in Huddersfield. That's just normal. What? Muzz, your fantasies are leaking onto the thread. 3 foot square sausage and a 30 foot black pudding. The artificial intelligence in your phone has picked up your deepest desires and is now transmitting them onto the feed. 30 foot black pudding. 30 foot black pudding. Ah, man. It is Google. Google owns YouTube, doesn't it? It's the same thing. Alexa is listening. If Alexa's really listening, then you'll get your meat first thing tomorrow morning. Muzz. So, if the meat raffle is the norm in Huddersfield, is it only at quizzes, or do you get meat raffles at things like karaoke's and just a night in the pub anyway, or is it always linked to a pub quiz? My Alexa just activated. I won't buy one of those things. I just can't stand it. I just feel violated by the idea of it, let alone actually having it. I don't know why you have Alexa. I don't get that. It's like literally selling you a device, and they say, listen, you buy this, you give us some money first of all, and then take this, and then it will listen to everything you say. And you've somehow gone, yeah, that's a deal. I don't get it. I usually win the bubble bath at raffles. Yeah, that's all it is, isn't it? It's just a load of bubble bath. The humans are dead. The humans are dead, says John. That's kind of menacing. That's a bit dark. It's all gone a bit weird in the last few minutes. Originally from Blackpool, and meat raffle every Sunday in a hideously smoke-filled room. But was it to do with a quiz? Is it always to do with a quiz, or can you get a meat raffle just on its own, or linked to another type of entertainment, or is it always a quiz? So Jan is saying meat raffle on Saturday in the Star Pub, Burnt Island, every week. Yeah. It's from the Flight of the Conchords song, The Humans Are Dead, Dead from the AI. I don't know that one. I know some of their songs. Quite good. But I don't know that one. So that's what I wanted to know before I turn this off, because it's nearly time for me to get some dinner. Yes, says Paul, just after a quiz, exactly like Phoenix Nights. So I know that you get meat raffles at quizzes, but what I want to know is, does anyone know of a meat raffle that isn't linked to a quiz? Like, can you have karaoke and meat raffle? Yeah, I'll look up the song. John H. The Humans Are Dead. I might well have heard it. I haven't listened to their stuff for years, but a couple of years ago I did listen to quite a lot, so in the end I thought it's kind of samey. It's like, aye, okay, but it's always funny. What are the ones I can remember? Rhinoceros and Hip Hopopotamus. I remember that one. And there's one about they're in a park and there's a girl who runs past, and then they argue about, nah, she likes me, no, she likes me. That's the sort of thing. Business Time. That's one of their songs. See, that's quite a good quiz question. Can you name 5 songs by Flight of the Conchords? I'm hoping. Right. Thanks, Jan. So at Burnt Island, there's no quiz. It's just a meat raffle. I don't know why. It just tickles me. I've raffled off a tub of meat before. Not a quiz, though. Just a raffle after a barbecue. It's just a raffle in a working man's clubs, normally after the bingo. Very Northern English. Yeah, Northern English, but I suspect it might be Scotland as well. I mentioned that it was in a sitcom. It was just a bit part. But the guy who wrote it, he was Scottish. And he'd written this scene with a meat raffle, or a meat platter was the prize. I was only supposed to be there as an extra, and I ended up with a speaking part. It was quite good. It was good money back in the day. Because as soon as you talk, you get a lot more money. Like extra, back in the day, this is like around about 2000, something like that. So for a day's work as an extra, you get about 50 quid, something like that. But as soon as you spoke, that would double. And then I got some, that would be called a featured extra, and then I got a little bit more. And that, is it on YouTube? You know what? I don't know. I've never looked. It was called Terry McIntyre, Classy Bitch. The guy who wrote it was like a cross-dresser, a drag guy. He was called Simon something. And it was his show. It was on something like BBC 3. Something like that. It was the early days of digital channels. It looked alright. I never watched it. I just did the gig. But because I had a speaking part, and because I actually had to learn some lines for it, all in the course of one day, I think I ended up getting £400. And then I had to get some more money because they had to re-record some lines, so I had to go to a recording studio. I got another £100 for that. And then when about a year later, when they repeated it, I got a repeat fees, so I got money again. Just that was good. That was really good because I didn't expect it. I didn't know it was going to be on TV again, and a check just dropped through the post. It's like, there's another £400 for you. I'm like, all right. Right, Flight of the Conchords, 5 songs. Business Time, Inner City Pressure, Too Many Something on the Dance Floor, Dicks, I'm guessing, Foodie Fafa, and Hip Hoppopotamus versus Rhinoceros. Yeah, I mentioned the Hip Hoppopotamus one before, and I mentioned Business Time before. No, those ones. The other ones, don't know. Comedy music. If you like comedy music, I think the best is Bill Bailey. He's relentlessly funny. Family friendly. Dicks, yeah. Well, I mean, actually not in America. It's not late in America, but we're late here, and there's only 18 people watching, and we're all Scottish, so you cannot offend us. Series, yeah, I never really watch series. They go on for too long. I like films, and I like 5-minute videos on YouTube. I like things that are about 10 minutes long. But series, they go on and on. I tried to watch Allo Allo from the start recently, and I don't know if you know what that is, Sasa, but it's I know that Muzz knows what it is, because it was a hilarious 1980s comedy show. And I've got photographs of Muzz dressed up, and the gaffer dressed up. We had a low night at the quiz once. It's set in the Second World War. It's the French Resistance. It's amazing. You still here, Muzz? Talking about that's it. Good morning. I think you were dressed up as Officer Crabtree. You only have to watch one, they're all the same. I think that's true, Paul. I downloaded all the series and started watching them in order from the start, and they were very good. But Baby Blue it was, David Patterson. That's where we had it was I saw a photograph the other day of you and Muzz You both got a bit of gaffer tape, just as the moustache. That's it. That was the entire outfit. What's his name? Graham was dressed up as Herr Flick of the Gestapo. Christ. Garfunkel and Oates. I've heard of them. I'm not quite sure what it is. C'est very Madonna with the big boobies. Oh man. Gaffer tape Tash never fails. Right, there you go. That's the line of the night. Gaffer tape Tash never fails. That is potentially a song title for Flight of the Conchords or Garfunkel and Oates or Bill Bailey. Someone's got to make a song out of that. Gaffer tape Tash never fails. Alex Horn in the horn section. Nah, not aware of that. I've heard of Garfunkel and Oates. Are they female? Or one of them's female, or both of them are. Obviously, it's a really good name. I think I remember seeing one of their things once. And Lemmy, of course. Don't know if you know about Lemmy in America, Sasa, but Lemmy's the best. Aye, Bill Bailey. Bill Bailey's great. Loads of different stuff, but he's incredibly accomplished at actually playing the piano. Ricky Lindholm and Kate Micucci. I remember watching a couple of their things and I can't remember them. I remember being impressed by the name. And I remember thinking, aye, they're alright. Tim Minchin. I know a lot of people like him. I've never seen his stuff. I know who he is. He's got a big hair. But I've never seen his stuff. You don't know Bill Bailey, says Sasa? Well, you know, there's a big world out there. It's impossible to know everything. It's impossible to know much because there's so much stuff. Sasa, you're slamming these out, but do you know Lemmy? Go and look up Lemmy. That's very funny. Always. Wrong way. Down a one-way street is a particularly good one. Anyway. It's 20 to 11. Amazing. Right. No, not Lemmy. Not Lemmy. Lemmy. Lemmy's out of Motorhead. I'm talking about Lemmy. Obviously, Motorhead is the greatest thing in the world, but talking about Lemmy. He's a Glaswegian comedian. Right. Aye, turn the wains against us. It was a typo, right? So you do know Lemmy. Right, good. Everybody should know Lemmy. The Turkish Delight one as well. Love that. Lemmy doing Turkish Delight is fantastic. In so many ways very British, but I'm pretty sure it would translate to the American mind. Right. Good night, everybody. Renfrew, Dumfries, Oban, New York City, Kirkcaldy. God bless you all. Thanks for sticking around. It's nice to have a wee chat afterwards, and I'll see you at another quiz soon. Good night.